aspirations they have, they try that independence feeling that they want, that they hope will happen after the fall of Spain, was now interrupted when the Americans took over. So they found a way of expressing that sentiment through music. So there is a form of music called condiban, which in English meant which it could have been. And within that songs, they tried to make it look like it's a love song, but actually underneath it are patriotic sentiments. And Miss Joyce Lindau has agreed to share those music with us. So let's give Miss Joyce a big hand. Thank you very much, Joy. Usually, these musical numbers are performed with a male vocalist. But since we couldn't find one who is brave enough to tackle it in a short notice, we have to go with just the accompaniment. And this is song usually done by men, as if it was about his feelings for a woman. And the woman is always a mother country. So that is where the patriotic undertone is seen. Now we go to our next program, which is coming from Japan. So during the beginning of the 17th century up to the middle of the 19th century, the military took over power in Japan. So they have a military dictatorship under a general called the shogun, and he decided, because of fear of Western influence, close the country and made it isolated for several centuries with only one port open, which is Nagasaki. So within that structure of military rule, of course, it will impact the social and economic as well as cultural development in Japan. So the art forms that grew is heavily impacted by the discipline characteristic of the military, which is shown in performance drama like No, or the very ritualistic tea ceremony, and even in the floral arrangement, there are rules that needs to be followed, and hence the art form called Ikebana. And Miss Kyoko is going to show us how to use the guidelines of Ikebana in producing beautiful arrangement without spending a huge fortune.
I have been practicing for 55 years or more, so it might be a little rusty, but hopefully I still remember. It's been done for centuries, I guess, flower arrangement. But currently, there are about 3 major flower schools, like Sogetsu and yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there are, name is not important, but there are still 3 major things doing. Mine is I was trained in Sogetsu, but that's, like I said, so many years ago. And there are so many rules, but as far as I'm concerned, if the artist who is arranging the flower feels it's beautiful, that's it. But they usually try to measure, depending on the size of the container. And we have dish type, and we have a flower-based type. And these are called moribana, and then the one, it's called nageire, but I'm not doing for nageire today, or just. And inside, for the dish type, we have what's called kenzan, which is like a needle point. That is going to be inside, and it will hold the flowers. And usually for these branches, we can cut it slanting way, so it's easier to let me measure this. These, I cut it from there because I couldn't find a flower shop. They don't have these branches. So I had to go out there to cut it. So it's not really ideal. If I'm in Japan, I will probably be able to find something nice. So I'm going to make, this is not a very big one, so I'm going to make it about 1.5 and the depths. So put something around there. Cut it with this. Oh. And then flower, this is the back side, and this is the front side. And I'm doing from behind, so I may not be able to do, I should come out. Oh, okay, and then it's supposed to be a little bit more. And it's supposed to be about 15 degrees from the, it's not going to be straight up. It's supposed to be slanting slightly. And the next branches, I'm not really sure how it's done. I'm doing from reverse side, so. This is the main stem, and the second one is supposed to be about the 2/3 of the main one. This is too much. It's too short. Yeah, when I was cutting, they didn't want me to cut too much, you know, out there, because that's their yard one, so I had to. There are so many rules, but this is a basic one, and then it's supposed to be about 45 angle. This is about 15 degree or so, and this is about, I'm not too good at the math either, so a degree cut, slightly. Okay, that should do it. Check. It's supposed to be somewhere around here, but I couldn't find the branch that fits me. Okay, so the first one supposed to be over this side for 45 degree angle, and that's 2/3 of that. So. Oh, that's fine. It's whatever you use. And usually they're supposed to pick the one of the flower that. This is the first time anyway. I haven't done for so many years that it's really rusty. Now these supposed to be the bit between. Instead of that, but I will see. Yeah. Okay, flower usually we cut right across and then it's supposed to cut it in the borders that way. The Western one is usually flower arrangement is supposed to be viewed from all angles, but for the Japanese one, it's usually from one point. So it's supposed to be viewed from this side. Usually they will try to hide that needle point thing, so right around there they will put something. Let's see if this works or not. And these are so thin, and sometimes needle point folder will hold it, and then you got to use the ones that you have bigger one, and then you stick these inside there to make it, you know, easier to, let me get the height. If it doesn't work, those stems doesn't work too well, then what you can do is use the straw when you drink something, cut the straw there and then stick these inside the straw, and then put it in there. Very attractive to me. Okay. something like this. Up to you, so you don't have to have it, certain way. It's individual and whatever you like. This is the first time, so next year I'll do a little better.
What is this arrangement called?
It's moribana.
Moribana?
Yes, and then the flower-based one is called nageai. So there are this one and also the vase. Yes, right. Yes.
Thank you very much, Yoko.
Well, thank you very much for putting up with
Very primitive one. It's very pretty, and you can see the kind of economy that went into the preparation of this display, which is reflective of the reduced economic condition of the people during the military rule in Japan. Even in their gardens, you would see that you have a big rock in the middle. It's supposed to be a mountain. And then you see some kind of lines where looks like a rake has gone through it. It's supposed to be the waves of the water. So those are things that had happened because of the economic conditions imposed by the military rule. Now, we're going to the Philippines, and it's about Philippine folk dancing. There are two divisions of Philippine folk dancing. One is non-Christian, and the other one is Christian. Underneath its division are two subcategories. In non-Christian, we have Muslim dances, and then we have the mountain dances. Among the Christians, there is the urban dancing and the rural dancing. As obviously, the urban dancing is in the city and in municipalities where it's much more formal and very much influenced by the Spaniards. Now, the rural or village dancing, on the other hand, I think is much more inventive because they can get inspiration from nature, from animals. Give you an example. There is a bird we call tikling, which is like an egret. And from that, we have the dance called tinikling, where the dancers perform with bamboo sticks. Then we have a local wine that comes from rice called basi, and then we also have wine that comes from the coconut called lambano. And the people that worked it put it in a glass and perform dances with it. We call it binasuan. So they dance with it without making those glasses with wine fall. And then there will be dances using candles, because you cannot have, because there are 7,800 islands in the Philippines, you cannot erect lighthouses in all of them. So to guide the fishermen to come back to the shore, they use candles and develop a dance with it. And then we have dances inspired by animals, like the duck. We call them itik. And so they have the dance itik itik. Now the dance that we're going to perform is called kuracha. Do you guess what that means? Anybody? No. Kuracha? Cockroach, yes. See, of all creatures, it was inspired by the cockroach. And performing this dance with me is Belen and Chris Kask and Miss Susan Africa. Please come forward for our kuracha. In Asia, the writing is pictographic, and it has developed into beautiful calligraphy, so beautiful that some of them are even displayed as works of art. And from the use of that calligraphy, the brush, the importance of using the brush in painting came up. And we have Chen, who's going to share with us some secrets of brush painting. Where's that?
Thank you, Daniel did a super job. He's the hero on our programs, always the best speaker around here. Today, I would like to thank you for you all coming. This is a special occasion, once a year. Let's tell you, you are 1 year older already than last time. Is that right? Are we 1 year older than last year? No, younger than last year. That's good. We're always looking forward to backwards. We are 1 year younger than last year. Okay, it's my pleasure to be here, and we thank you for the staff, every one of them. Okay, especially Karen is set up the program. Very, very excited. Yeah, and we have all staff, Olivia, and Haiba, and Thelma, and Robert, and thank you, and the special guests. All honored to have our special guests. And I would like to say Lincolnia is the best. Do you agree with that? Yeah. We always have lots program and get together with all the dancers, the singer, the pianists. We are lucky to have everyone here. Okay, here I just want to represent a little bit about, I'm doing a little bit calligraphy, Chinese brush writing, because usually we do it every New Year in the Fair Oaks Mall. We do have welcome all the children and the family going to the Fair Oaks Mall for the Chinese New Year celebration. And I'm always there to help to write in calligraphy, because the children like to know how they translate their English name to Chinese. So I try to teach a word or two every time I see them. I make them to say a few words. Here, I would like to make you say a few words. 快乐 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 What does that mean? Happy. So we are the happy family. One more thing is you could add a few words, make it a little bit different. You say 我很快乐 That means I am very happy. Okay, 你很快乐 You are very happy. 我们很快乐 Every one of us very happy. Okay, everyone say 我很快乐 我很快乐 Beautiful. Okay, next year we're going to do some quiz. We're going to do a couple more words. Okay, that's me. Everybody's very happy today. Such a beautiful day, isn't it? Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate a few words. And before, you could show your grandkids. Very easy stroke. Just few strokes, you will make the world bigger, the world smaller, the people happier, and crying too. Anybody feel sad? No? Nobody. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to do it right now.
Whoa.
Okay, now we're going to do it. The first word I would say, easy to learn, the best word. Just 3 strokes. Okay, 3 strokes, then make it the word into the bigger word. If everywhere is bigger. Now you could go on to do some writing too. It's the easiest one. Okay, now we're going to do it like it. I say it's easy. I don't cheating you. Just very easy. Okay, now we're going to do it 3 strokes. 1. Then make it bigger, okay? means you are big. Okay, are we big today? Everybody is big and important people here. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit another thing. Opposite of the da is smaller. So that's 小, still the same 3 stroke. That's all. Yeah. Okay, this is a big. And the 3 stroke. 1. That's a 小, small. That's a 小, small. Okay. We always say your mouse is small, cute little mouse. Small. Okay, another thing, now we're going to add a few strokes, make things look different. Okay, now this is, you know what is this one? Everybody know this one already? You forgot. That's very normal. That's bigger da. Now I'm going to make it a little bit different. I put add 1 more stroke. 1 dot here. What's that? That's tie. Tie. And two words together. Tai da. That's so huge, so big. Just tie da. Okay, that's, you see, you just add a little bit. Dribbling. Okay, that's tai da. That means very big. Very big. Okay. Another one we're going to do a different. Another one. Okay, we use the same. Okay, now usually last year, I think I remember last year I did a demonstration about trees. How you write a tree? Very easy. 1 stroke here, 1 stroke here, 1 stroke here. That's a tree, Chinese tree. Oh, that's a tree. Okay, and another thing is you added 2 more trees. Return to what? I think last year I did that. Okay, 2 more trees. Okay, we will do just right here. That's all 2 trees together. Like a forest, like a little bit. That's a kind of more trees. Now you could know how to write that very easily. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then you have another thing is we add up another one. We added another one. Okay, this is 1 tree, 2 tree. What happened? We have 3 trees. What happened? We have 3 trees. 1, 2, 3. That's a forest. The forest, turn to forest. Okay, forest. Do you understand what is forest? Maybe my pronunciation is not quite right. But if you know you go to the park, you see all the trees, more than 1 tree. You call it forest. That's that's hard to do. Don't worry about it. Okay, Sunli, that means the big park, big forest in Chinese. So you know you learned this already. So you could just very easy to see it, to write this. And another thing is we're going to write. Okay, now we're going to easy to remember. How we write today, the day. Okay, day is easy. We see the day. Today is the day like this. This is day. 日. In Chinese is 日. That's the day. You just remember like this. Sun. Put it 1 stroke in the middle. That's a 日. That means day, today. And another thing is like a Chinese character always have something. See a roof. Okay, see a roof. Writing in the roof. Roof. Okay, roof. We're going to. You can put all the different things. in here. Like we prepare one spot, one shot. That's mean today. Jin Zi, that means today. The roof on your head is very interesting. The roof on your head is Jin Zi. Those two together is, okay, is today's day. Then we have another word, like the moon. How we write the moon, like this. You ever see moon like that? Kind of know. No, you don't see that yet. You don't see that yet. Okay, this one is Yue, that's moon. Another thing we're going to do is more. The people always learn Chinese first. You know, I see so many friends learn Chinese. Sometimes they say, what do you learn first word in Chinese? When you meet a girl, pretty girl, you say, 我爱你. They always say, I love you. Is that right? 我爱你. Did anybody know that word? No, you don't know it. Now you know. 我, that's me. 我爱你. You. I love you. You is a very funny thing. 我爱你. I love you all. Okay, that's what we write in Chinese. Because about 20 years ago, not too many people interested in Chinese. And usually if some people in Taiwan or China, they will come back. They always learn that first word. Because they love to talk to the little pretty girl, say, I love you. Okay, that's in the writing. No, that's okay. I just squeeze in here. But I don't think it's, that's me, 我. That's 我. The I, that's interesting. You got a heart in the middle. Then you got this one. You got another heart. That's I. You got two hearts. 你 says you. You just like this. That's me. That's me. 我爱你. That's me. Usually have two heart, you know, just like when you see the heart here. This use two heart. That's me. You really love somebody. Okay. You always say I love you when you don't like him, don't like her, but you have to say I love you. Make them confused. You really love me? Oh no, I have question about that. But it is fun. Yeah, people first thing they learn is 我爱你. Yeah, that's a very interesting one. Okay, something else, let me know. I will do a little calligraphy of the bookmark. If you give me your name in English or whatever you want it, I can write out in Chinese for your little bookmark for you. You know, take home to show the grandkids or take home to show your lovely husband. Okay, what? Elizabeth, yeah. Yeah, you could come down in the front. I give you paper, give a piece of bookmark. You write in the pencil, and I could write in that in Chinese. Yeah, that's right. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, you all. I love you all. 我爱你.
And now we have your much awaited number coming from the islands of the Pacific. You have our Hawaiian Stars who will thrill us once again with their moving hands and pins.
Aloha. Our first song for you will be Kua Kua Satua, which is Japanese for trees.
Tell me when you're ready. Ready? Okay.
Kaulana ko nani e kupua sakura mai ka aina ho o kukala e aina haheo kaulana ko kupua sakura mai ka aina ho pukala e aina haheo haheo le konani pili me kalei pikake e nani launa ole o ole hoki ko nani no na kauaka he ho ai lona ke aloha no ka koa pau haina ia mai ana ka puanala no ka pua mai ole kupua sakura haina ia mai ana ka puanala no ka pua mai ole kupua sakura kupua sakura
Our next song is Kamakani, Kua Kua Aloha, which is the wind. Kua Kua Ilima Aloha.
Aloha e ana noa I ka makani kaulana o ka aina au e o he none
So while they are recuperating, let me share with you some interesting, which I hope you will find educational. Okay. You know what a sarong is, right? I mean, I spoke with Christian villagers. Now I'd like to speak something related to our Muslim brothers in the southern part of the Philippines. Okay. You know what a sarong is, right? No? A sarong is a piece of cloth that is wrapped around the waist, just like this. And it becomes a skirt for women. But the Maranao people in southern Philippines, they live in the Davao area where there is a lake, and along the lake, the Muslim group live there, and they are called Maranaos. And instead of having that just one piece, they will stitch together the two sides of it, and it becomes a malong. Now, there are dances for women using the malong, and there are dances using malong by the men. I'm not going to do either. I just run my mouth about the malong and the many uses of it. Okay, let's start with, a malong is actually a male-female piece of clothing. So for the male, okay, let's get inside the malong. So, this is the malong. They will put it this, like this, and roll it, and it becomes now what they wear. But if they want do some action like fishing or doing in the field, this is too cumbersome. So they will pull either the one at the back, leave the side. My malong is not wide enough, so but it will be called the front pull. And then if they do it on the back, it will be of course, a back pull. So for the women, they will cover themselves, of course, from the top, like this.
I like that.
And then they could also do this. They will do it like this. But aside from being a piece of cloth, it also has several uses. They can carry a baby inside the malong.
Can I have it?
Or they can put seeds in it, and they go to the field and pick up.
With the bellow.
Or they can use it as a turban for the men. So, and now it becomes a turban. Another thing that is used for is, you know, it's a tube, you get inside of it, and on cold nights, this is a blanket.
Oh.
And this can fit 2 people. So you can share warmth inside it. And as a concession or as a recognition of the Muslim practice, the government of the Philippines has permitted rich Muslims to have up to 4 wives. Although the rule is just 1 wife monogamy, but because of Islam, they are allowed 2. And this is very helpful in establishing the relationship of the husband with the wives. So the husband is going to put this sarong, malong of him in the room where he wants to share the night with which wife. So that's how he announces his intention. So I hope you find this very educational. And now, let's go back with our coup de grace event, our Hawaiian Stars.
The first dance is the Ibu is green rose hula. Dance is Hawaiian wedding song.
This is the moment I've waited for. I can hear my heart singing. Soon bells will be ringing. This is the moment I'm sweet aloha. Here and now, dear, all my love I promise you that you will be I will love you longer than forever. Now that we are one, clouds won't hide the sun. Blue skies of a light smile on this wedding day. I do love you with all my heart.
The last number is a Pua Irima. Ku means my. Irima is the name of the flower. We are wearing Irima today, but it's the yellow flower. My flower Irima is what it is.
I'm not going to be between you and our buffet table. I just put it on to recognize that in addition to China and the Arab world or Muslims, there's another group which is also a center of Asian civilization, where this came from. And that is?
India.
Yes. And if to conclude our celebration, is Thelma.
I just want to say thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. And right now we have some snack, and you can join. Make the line here on the left side. And thank you for being here. Okay?
Thank you.